Hello and welcome to day 2 of my Yin Yoga challenge called 5 Days to Wellness. As usual, the goal and intention of this class is to simply observe what's going on through your body and without judgment, allowing anything to manifest so that you can feel much better afterwards. So for today's class, we're going to be working a lot on the upper body today, and all you're going to be needing is one block, and that will be it. So let's start as usual in a seated sort of meditation. We're just going to lengthen the spine here, sitting up straight. Hands can be resting on top of your knees, or you can rest the back of your hands and touch your index and thumb together on both sides. So right here, the goal is just to calm the mind and the body so that we can set ourselves up for a beautiful Yin Yoga class together. So let's just take some deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales through the nose. And let's repeat this pattern so that we can really calm our mind and body. So there is really nothing else to do here other than breathing deeply, allowing thoughts to arise and then vanish the back of your mind, allowing tension to dissipate, your heartbeat to lower down. Just appreciating the power of stillness, peace, and quietness. So we can slowly open up our eyes, coming back to full consciousness here on our yoga mat. And we're just going to place the block forward a little bit. I'm going to invite you to go on all fours. And we're going to be going into the shoelace position. So I have a little trick here that I usually do. So from all four, we're going to bring the right knee forward, and then we're going to cross that right knee in front of the left one, as you can see here. And then we're just gonna bring our shins in a 45-degree angle and sit down. So this will land you directly into shoelace position. And from here, with the block on its highest setting in front of us, we're gonna take the right hand, and we're gonna scoop it around the left elbow like this, holding our shins. We're just gonna take one big inhale here. And on the exhale, you can lower yourself down, bringing your elbows to touch on the block here. So if you find that the block is a little too far, you might need to play with adjustment here until you find your desired position. So this is a combination of shoelace and bound eagle or eagle pose. It's great for the shoulders, the hips. We're doing a 2-for-1 here today. And we can slowly raise our upper torso and crossing our arms. And from here, we're just going to be going to the other side. So the trick here is to leave our legs like they are, and we're going to do like a 360 turn, turning to the left side. So watch this. We're just going to raise ourselves up, raise our hips like this, twist our knees, and then we land directly into shoelace position on the other side, as you can see right now. So from here, with the block in front of us, this time we're going to bring the left arm underneath the right one, and then you can bring the back of your hands together here, grabbing your thumb if you're flexible enough. Doesn't need to look perfect, it just needs to work for you. And then we're going to lower ourselves down onto the block. So one side might be tighter than the other. As you can see, this side is tighter for me, so it's a little harder to do it, but don't worry. As long as you're lining yourself up with the position, it doesn't need to look perfect. It just needs to be able to stretch you, and you will be holding stillness here. Should feel a nice stretch the back of your shoulders, throughout the length of your shoulders, upper back, hips, glutes. There's really a lot going on here right now. So you can close your eyes, just keep focusing on your breathing, and hold stillness. And we can raise our upper torso, releasing our arms. And then we can uncross our legs. So you might want to just take a moment here. Closing your eyes, you can do little circles with your shoulders. Front to back, back to front. Just whatever feels good for you here. And then we're slowly going to make our way back onto all fours. We're going to go into melting heart. So you want to keep your knees aligned with your hips, 90-degree angle, untucking your toes. So you don't want your toes to be like this. You want them untucked. And from here, keeping your hips and knees aligned, just gonna take one big inhale. And on the exhale, we're gonna walk our hands forward, lowering our upper torso, coming all the way down to the forehead. This is really good for the upper back, the spine. And this is what we're focusing on today, upper body Yin Yoga poses. And from here, we're just going to move our hips forward, placing our body weight on our forearms and elbows. We're going to lower our pelvis all the way down to the floor. And we're going to align our elbows with our shoulders and then place our forearms and our hands in front of us on the floor. So here we're going into Sphynx Pose. Really good position to unwind the spine. It's really great for the low back. So let's just enjoy this in silence together. So from here we can flare out our elbows, placing our palms one on top of the other in front of us and lowering our forehead to the back of our hands. So we're just going to be resting here a little bit, releasing the low back from the Sphinx position and just enjoying how that feels. So from this position, I'm going to invite you to just bring the block in front of you on its lowest setting. So we're going to turn our hands so that our palms are facing upwards. And then if you had the right forearm in front of the left one, that's fine. We're just going to shift that right forearm towards the left side of the mat. And then we're going to shift the left forearm towards the right side of the mat so that our elbows line one on top of the other, just like this. And then the block can be raised or on a higher setting. We're just going to lower ourselves down, putting our body weight on our shoulders. And then you're just using the block so that our head can rest on something for support. It's going to be a little easier to dive into this. So once you're settled somehow comfortably into this position, just reconnect with your breath. Close your eyes and enjoy stillness. So we can slowly raise our upper torso, releasing the pressure we had on our shoulders, and bring back our forearms in line with our body. So from here, if you had the right forearm in front of the left, you're just going to bring the left forearm this time in front of the right. Now we're going to shift our left forearm towards the right forearms towards the left, aligning our elbows once more. And then just lowering our upper torso, placing weight on our elbows and just enjoying the nice stretch in our shoulders here. So if you can bring the forehead to the block, go for it. If not, just wait a little bit, and you should be able to do so in about 30 seconds to maybe a minute as your body open up and tension dissolves in your tight shoulders. And we can slowly raise our upper torso, bringing back our forearms in line with our body. We can place the block aside and placing our hands here in line with our shoulders. We're just going to push ourselves up and then move our hips back. Oh, I can do a nice counter stretch here for a moment. And then we can walk our hands back. So touching our big toe together, we're going to sit back down on our heels and we're going to bring our knees to the side of our yoga mat. So we're going to be going into wide knee child's pose, but we're going to be doing so with working on the side of our body. So from here, we're going to be walking our hands forward, big inhale, exhale, lowering yourselves down. And once you are stretched out in front of your yoga mat, we're going to start walking our hands slowly towards the right side of the mat until you feel a nice stretch on the left side of your body, and then you can lower yourself down. So this should feel really good right now. We don't stretch the side of the body often enough. That's another place we hold a lot of tension. So let's just keep breathing here. And from here we can start walking our hands very slowly towards the left side of the mat. And once you start feeling a nice stretch on the right side of your body, we're just going to lower ourselves back down, bringing the forehead to rest on the floor here. And we can bring our hands slowly back to center, and then just lower our forehead down to the ground here with our body into alignment to conclude this beautiful white knee child's pose position. And we can slowly walk our hands back as we raise the upper body, and then we close the knees here. So I'm going to invite you to make your way to your back. What I usually do is I come to the middle of my yoga mat, I cross my ankles behind my glutes, I lower myself down here, and I extend my legs in front of me. Just lowering myself down to the floor. So let's conclude today's second day of my Yin Yoga challenge, 5 days to wellness. Gonna take some space on our yoga mat here. And then we're just gonna fully relax, noticing how much more open our upper body is, how much tightness has dissolved and left the body and the mind. And just thanks for taking the class with me today. Let's keep this challenge going until we complete it all together. So I'm going to be coming all the way up here to the seated position. I want to thank you guys for completing day 2 of my 5 days Yin Yoga challenge called 5 Days to Wellness. Let's keep this challenge going. We have only 3 more days to go. Congrats on doing the first 2 days. Please leave comments in the section below. Let me know how much you appreciated this class, how good you feel, how excited you are that I finally come up with a Yin Yoga challenge here on YouTube for you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Hands at the heart. Big inhale. Exhale. Namaste. See you tomorrow.